Okay, I'm live. Uh, this is not announced. I don't know if anybody's going to be here watching or not. I don't think there'll be many people. What I decided to do for this video really is just to go through a little bit of my own personal findings, okay, of what I've done for the past few months. Actually, time passed by so quickly, right? So I actually I didn't expect what going to be doing now. It's something that I want to do for a long time. I just wanted to do something, and maybe I'll just turn on that this screen share. Uh, yeah, so this is I'm now testing with two screens. I previously used two screens before. So hi, whoever's watching, this is just me doing a live vlog. No, if you want to join and say hi, I don't know who is online right now. That's the thing, because when I'm doing this app itself, I don't know who is online. Hi guys, thanks for coming to watch. I'm just doing some sharing on what I've learned for the past few months of what I'm doing so far. Feel free to stick around if you want to. I know this is actually just is meant for my own personal recording, my own personal review as well. So this is I'm just going to share what I've experienced and what I've learned. Whether there's people watching or not, I don't know. I don't know. But the thing is, if you leave a comment, I definitely will be able to see. I'm just happy. I'll be looking at two different screens. One screen here, my own screen over there. Hey, bro, how are you? Yeah, yeah. Good to see you. Good to see you. So this is actually not I didn't want to do this thing with betting. I guess it's just me. So it's just me. So thanks for watching. I don't know whether you stick around or not. I'm just going to talk about what I've learned for the past few months actually. So let me just bring up my screen. It's a little bit different because when I'm doing this itself, I'm looking at two different screens. Um, I'm not sure. You should be able to hear some background music. I was testing. I think you should be able to hear some background music. Let me know if it's very, very distracting or not. So I was just testing this because I decided that I want to try playing music at the same time. But in the actual live shows, I've learned I don't want to do having background music in case I need to edit and afterwards the music is disconnected or whatsoever. So I decided not to do that. But for this video, I just want to kind of look into what I've done for the past few months. So what I did, let me just scroll all the way back. This is just for me to review, right? Okay, let's see. Where am I? Da, 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 da. So I actually, hey bro, good to see you, man. How are you, Stefan? Yeah, so I'm again. You can see at the bottom, right? I'm just thanks so much, lah. This one, I don't have my cap on. Actually, I have my cap here, but I just decided because I'm just doing this. This is like my Showtime look, the Showtime look. But I decided that for this time round, I'm not going to do a Showtime look. I'm just going to be myself. I'm always being myself, lah. So just messing around. Okay, thanks for coming on. This is just for fun. So, all right. So, what have I learned for the past few months? Okay, so let's see. Okay, I started doing this. I'm scrolling. Let's see, where am I? Wow, I have a lot of things to scroll. Okay, let's see. So this is actually March 31st, right? So March 31st was the first time. Hey, bro. Yeah. Hey, is the music loud? Because I'm testing this. I'm actually testing a few things. Okay, no, this music. I know. I went live. This music that I'm using right now is. You're right. Because I actually there's a few music that we go live got blocked. In fact, yesterday when I was doing my live show, I was talking about racism all that, right? I was using clips from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and the thing got blocked while I was doing live. I was like, what the heck? So yeah, you're right. So, but then I just went on anyway, and the thing it went for 1.5 hours. So, but you are right, because music that is not in the public domain or whatever, right? You can get blocked. You are right. But this music that I'm using right now is by, in fact, bro, you go for it. In fact, it's the same music I'm using right now is by Harris Heller. Or you go on YouTube, search for Alpha Gaming. This guy, he's the videos that he's giving. He has a lot of great advice, and the music that he's giving for free to use. Okay, you can use it when you're streaming whatsoever, and then there shouldn't be any copyright. So I'm putting it to the test now. I'm putting on my test right now to see whether I'll get blocked halfway. I have no idea. So okay, the thing about StreamYard right now, I'm using a software called StreamYard to do this. So the thing is, when there's comments, I actually can't see the comments. Okay, I not say cannot see. I can see the comments coming. I can't hear the comments, so I would prefer if I get a sound, noise that I can hear. But anyway, so going back to what I was trying to do. Okay, so I was just testing out. I think on March 31st was the first day I did this. So as you can see, this was the app that I'm using, StreamYard itself. And when I first did it, this was just for fun. I didn't even go live. I recorded this entire thing. And it was just me rambling, funny about what exactly that I wanted to do. And then afterwards, yeah, so over here, that's what I wanted. What I had in mind was actually just, hey guys, so I don't know why got people they are turning up. There's more people turning some these days, more people turning out than my actual show. So yeah, I will share a little bit what I've learned. So on the April 1st, April Fool's Day, I I did I would sound like a preview, kind of like it, like a 5 minute preview, just to say, I'm going on live tomorrow, which is the next day on this show. And then I was saying, I want to share people how to make their own website. This was my first live. It took 5 minutes. I was pretty nervous when I was planning to do this. And then afterwards, over here, I went live. So this one was 1.5 hours, 1 hour 24 minutes. Now, when I was doing this, I learned a few things also. First of all, when I was doing this, I was quite happy because you can see. I think when anyone who is doing seeing on my own Facebook itself, right, you won't be able to see this kind of stuff. You may be able to see some views, but you won't be able to see a lot of other stuff information over here. But for me, I can see. So what I did was that this was quite good. I enjoyed it because even though there's going to be anybody watching, I enjoyed it. So I just went on and just talked about it. I was sharing my information. Then afterwards, I went into let's see. Okay, this was a particular quote when I saw it. Okay, let me just zoom out a little bit. Okay, oops, wrong place. Okay, so this was this particular picture when I first used it. Saw it, right? If you don't come out of this quarantine with a new skill, side hustle, started more knowledge. Okay, you never lack time, you lack discipline. So this was something that that inspired me to do this more. Because when I was doing my first 2 videos, right, I was just just try it out. But when I saw this, I'm like, okay, maybe I should try making it this for real. Or maybe just put a little bit more effort into this, because I decide that since it's a quarantine, everybody's stuck at home. Now, I mean, people can go out. But when this was happening, I personally felt that I should try to create something, and so that was what it is. Then afterwards, I had some conversations, and this Alan. Okay, so if Alan is, I don't know whether it's Alan watching. Alan was the first guy that kind of responded. Actually, it wasn't the first guy. Let me look at this. Like over here, what I did was that when I made this post, my intention was that for the people who liked it, okay, or commented or whatsoever, I would actually try to contact these people. I didn't contact all of them in the end. My idea was, okay, let me see if I can sound out for some of them who, whether they were, if they liked it, that means you actually saw this post. Let me see if I can do something, bring some value. So that was my intention, to try to have to share some exchange some value. That means I will bring you onto the show, share whatever you want. We'll talk about it live, and then perhaps you can use that video for whatever the heck you want. So that was my very first intention. And then afterwards, this came along. So my very first one was doing it together with Alan Raj. So this was my very, very first live with someone else. So everything here was very raw, very uncut, and was just me, just chatting with him. And initially what I did was that for my very first one, the video, in fact, the camera that I was using, it was a very, very old webcam, supremely old, very, very funky, right? So nothing was done correctly, and it's a learning process for me also. So when I was doing this particular live, let me just zoom back in, so you can see. Okay, so when I was doing this particular this particular live, I learned a lot as well. So in the sense that there's a lot of things that I needed to do correctly. Wow, so now we have 8 people. Who are the 8 people, guys? Now there's 9 people. Wow, I don't know where you guys. So hey, say hi, so that I know. I'm just doing a live vlog of this of my own experience. So if you guys are online, say hi. Let me know that you're online, so that I can actually show you up. That I know that I'm not alone. Actually, even if no one, I'm just gonna keep rambling lah. Okay, so we have Joshua Surfan online already, and let's see who else. I wish I can actually see names. This app that I can actually see names. Hey bro, Chuan Yong. What the heck? How do I need to say names correctly? Hey bro, how are you? Yeah, so this one is, I'm just again ranting on what I plan to do. Okay, so what I did was that for this particular video, I wanted to experiment on what I can do. So I wanted to showcase what he has. I wanted to bring it on. My initial intention was to showcase business owners and help them to showcase themselves through a period of time when coronavirus, everyone's stuck at home. How can they expand their business? So this is something I want to do. And from that afterwards, and he actually asked me some business questions, which at that point in time, I wasn't ready to accept him just yet. Okay, because there's a lot of things I was trying to juggle, a lot of things I was trying to do. So yeah, that was what I was trying to do. Then afterwards here, when I finished that, okay, so this post was actually learning about, I was just responding to that whole conversation about this thing, we got to be kind. Some people say like my earlier post, someone was saying, but their mother, and that's Faith, okay, and Fiona, I'm okay, I understand that. But for me personally, I felt, because I can do something, so I want to do something, but I got to be kind about it. So I learned how to be a bit more tactful about the entire process. And then let me just scroll up over here. Okay, when I was doing this one over here, sharing this post, this was actually because I didn't know what I was doing. So what I did was I wanted to let people know that, hey, I'm going to do something. So instead of messaging everybody, I said, okay, why don't I put a post that I'm going to do stock trading? In fact, Colin Xiao was the I would say the very first person that I really got into after decided to call my show the Aspiring Everythinger. And before that, I was just like, okay, let's bring everybody in. And I didn't know what to call my show. So I was just like, it took me a while. And I came up with this thing called Aspiring Everything. So I came up with this one post over here that remind people to come in. There's only a few people who saw that. Wow, hey, there's 10 people. Wow, got 10 people coming on the show. You guys, hey, say hi. I don't know. This is just for fun. Okay, so yeah, so afterwards, this was my live show. So this was the first one. And then you can see over here, I think you can see in the clip. Okay. Boom. Okay. So this was my very, very first opening. I had no idea what I had to call it. Okay. So I just called it AsherOut.com. This is something that I created. That logo that I made was made many, many years ago. And decided, hey, why not just make use of it? So I went to a website. I didn't want to pay for stuff yet. Not so much. So I went to go I think his website is called Offeo. OFFEO or something like that. So I used that to create a very quick, super duper quick intro video. And then boom, that's it. I thought it was quite nice. And then I started. But one thing I learned about this particular video when I did together with Colin was that I rambled on too much at the very beginning. This is something I learned. And of course, there's a lot of things I haven't done properly. A lot of things I'm still learning. This is a whole learning process for me. But I decided I want to make it as fun as I could. This was something that I want to do. And I didn't want, you can see the background, right? This is something I learned. The background, I didn't want to be a black color. I decided to make this names over here because, okay, let me just take this out over here. Let me just show you guys what I mean. So you can see over here, there's a name, okay, over here. Okay, so my name is over here. You can see on the screen, my name is over here. But because this was a default feature inside StreamYard, I thought it was quite plain. So which is why I decided to make this over here. Okay, I make this graphic. So I intentionally created this graphics to showcase the names, to make it look a little bit nicer. So that was what I did for that video. And then afterwards, let me bring this back up. Okay. And then later, okay, this is another video. So I decided after when I did this, I was like, okay, this seems quite okay. So let me try another one. So I went to ask Stuart. Stuart was my next guest, and he was very kind, okay, to actually say, okay, why not? He's a very busy guy, very, very busy guy. So he was. So I decided to do the same thing. I sent this out and I sent this out, and I started to come on the show. So this is the same thing. So what I did was, okay, my challenge afterwards from this point was, how can I get how do I describe him? So I learned from this point. I needed to go to his website. I needed to do a bit more research. So I dug information and I just throw it onto the blog, the post itself. Now, each of this, when I did it, okay, yeah, I just recall these posts itself, right, were live straight away. Okay, they were not. Let me see the comments. Okay, so they were actually not scheduled. Yeah, they were not scheduled. They were live, straight up live. So I'm like, hey, Stuart, come on the show. Then Colin, come to the show. You ready? 3, 2, 1, boom. I clicked the go live button and we went live. So we just started. Now, I think I've seen quite a lot of shows. What they do is that they actually, when the show, before they start, they do a countdown timer like 5 minutes before the show starts, 5 minutes, then 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. For me, personally, I thought that was a waste of time. I thought that was like, okay, you can wait for people to come in, you can wait for the whole ding dong, whatever, you know. I didn't think that was of any value. I wanted to when the show started, I wanted to go straight into the topic. I wanted to get straight into what we want to talk about. So that for those who are tuning in, as for the guys, hi guys, for ladies and gentlemen who are watching, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If you are watching, just feel free to say hi. This is live, and it's only on my account. This I'm not putting onto my Aspiring Everything account. This is so if you're here, let me know that you're here. Okay. And I'm just rambling. Okay, so I said that many times. Anyway, part of me, I guess. So okay, so when I did these videos, okay, I went up live straight away. I didn't bother to do a countdown timer, and I didn't know that was the norm that a lot of people did. I had no idea because my first time doing this anyway. So when I went live to had a chat with all these different experts, when I bring them on live, I just went straight into the topic. I had some questions prepared beforehand. I sent them these are some of the questions I want to ask, and then after they roughly said okay, then we went live straight away, and I didn't waste time dilly-dallying waiting for people to come in. So for the 7 of you guys who are watching now, okay, thanks for tuning in. I don't know what if you're driving home. I don't know whether people are still driving home right now. It's like 6:46. Okay, I hope you're driving home safely. Okay, if you feel free to say hi so that I know they're around. And then afterwards, what happened was that I went to when I have this show, I started to bring up comments, I started to interact with them, started to have conversations. I had no idea what I was doing. I really had no idea what I was doing. And then afterwards, from here, okay, this was another small win that I had. Some posts, another post over here, and this was my third guy. So Ihan was my third guy. Then I invited him again, same thing. So after doing it 3 times, I realized there's something that I really wanted to change. That I was looking a bit of research into. I didn't feel comfortable, frankly speaking. Okay, because at this point in time, I haven't called it Aspiring Everythinger yet. I have not. Okay, yes, at this point in time, yes, I have just called it Aspiring Everythinger. I think over here when I was speaking with Stuart, okay, I haven't gone into calling myself Aspiring Everythinger. I'm still just Asher Ao. That was how I did it. So it was only from here that I started to call myself Aspiring Everything, something around the May 12th. Before that, I was actually created a page. This is where I started to call it Aspiring Everythinger. New from that point in time. But there's something I realized, my own personal problem, was that I realized that I'm starting to flood my own Facebook account. My Facebook account itself with all these views. And I'm not too sure if people actually are interested to watch. And okay, this is something that actually, frankly speaking, when I did this itself, I also felt a bit uncomfortable because all the while the Facebook page, the Facebook account that I have, right, is mine with friends, it's with people that I know who know me personally and I've interacted. Then afterwards, when I start to do this itself, I realized there are some people who are okay with what I do, some people don't. But I went ahead anyway. I just did it anyway. Then afterwards, I realized from here, I decided to create. So you see, this was Asher Out Live. Okay, this was still Asher Out Live. This was with Tammy. And then this was, I asked this for a real question. Are you getting tired of all the videos out there? Would rather just read? Because I honestly felt bad for doing all these live videos because I thought I was wasting people's time. I thought I wasn't bringing value. Even though I was bringing all these people coming to the show, I thought I was trying to entertain people and bring value. I still have my doubts. I still felt a bit, what are people are just like don't want to watch and like they're just silently saying, don't stop doing all this, like it's wasting of time. But I did it anyway. So I just proceeded anyway, in spite of me asking a question that I will go ahead anyway. Then I invited Dunstan. Now at this point in time is where I got serious about asking, should I carry on? Afterwards, you can see that this is the Black Lives Matter. So George, I'm doing a fundraiser. I'm still doing a fundraiser for that. When at this point in time, then afterwards I created this thing over here. Okay, so you can see here, this is the difference. This is my June 1st. This was my very first official video that I created. This was a created video. I recorded it, then I created it, I edited it, I chopped it up, everything, add video, add subtitles, everything into this clip that I wanted to share. And this was in a sense, the very first thing on Aspiring Everything. So actually, let me just bring out Aspiring Everything. Where am I? Okay, yeah, there we go. It's a comparison. This is something that I'm learning as well. Okay, so all the way down. Oh, the music is not too loud anyway. Okay. All right. So you can see everything of so far, right? Is HR was live. HR was live. Okay. This was actually, if I'm not going to view as visitor, you're going to see stuff that actually I don't show up. You won't be able to see if you're a visitor. Then afterwards, this was still HR was live. This was live. Now, this was the point when I created a video over here on my own page that I was thankful for. I was thankful that visitors are coming in to actually come on. They are actually following me. There was like 100 over people that liked my page. Now, this as a new guy, I have never done anything. I mean, I have built my own pages before. I have some other stuff which I have did and I removed. But over here, I got 100 over people that started to they like it, they follow it. Now, whether they are consistently on it, I frankly don't know. But that's why I was thankful. That's why I created this thank you video, and I appreciated. In fact, for the people who are still watching, I don't know why you're still here. Who are watching, I was appreciative. So now in this video, you can see over here there's 90, but now there's about 180, 100 around that number, 160. I'm very bad at numbers. What I learned from this video was I sent it to Jeremiah. He's a video guy, and he took a look and he told me, the subtitles got to change the subtitles. He likes the video, like things okay, but the subtitles got to make it a little bit bigger, got to be above, so it's not cut off in case it's being shared. Very true. So that's what I did, and I learned. And then after this live, now this was still on my own Facebook page, and later here, this one is actually on Aspiring Everything. So my friend with Gerald, this was my very, very first video that I did on Aspiring Everything. Then I used this and I shared it on my own page, my own account. So I created two things. I created a Facebook page. I just created a Facebook page, and I kept my Facebook account there. So I'm funneling people from my Facebook account into a Facebook page. The reason I did that was because I wanted to keep all the content, those who want to know a bit more, okay, on that side, because I didn't want to flood people on my own page, those who follow me as a friend, about what I was doing. And I completely understand why. I completely understand why people actually are bored. They don't want to watch, because I have to earn that right. This is my own personal thing. I need to earn the like. I need to earn the view. I need to earn the share. I need to earn all this kind of stuff. So that's what I learned. And it's not easy, because when I first did this, I honestly thought that I keep repeating this, but it's very true. I still feel this way in many sense of the word, that I am bothering people when I'm putting this videos up. I don't say it, but now I do. But I do feel that I'm bothering people, that I'm not bringing value. That I think that I have a lot of insecurity when I'm doing all these live videos. I am an introvert. I identify more as an introvert. So I actually feel uncomfortable doing live a lot of times, but I decided to do it anyway, in spite of all these uncomfortable feelings that I've got. So, so this one was still on my own account. And afterwards, I went to do this. The first time I was doing on Aspiring Everything. So this was okay. I just carried on anyway. I tried to look a little bit professional, but I'm still wearing a suit, but I'm still wearing a stupid cap. Weird fashion. I'm the fashion disaster anyway. Then I shared this on my page. I shared this on an account. So I trying to bring an account. Then afterwards, I realized I went to make this video for Aspiring Everything. This was I contemplated, should I put a fundraiser here onto my own page? And I decided this is something that I want to do. So that's what I did. And you can see the video over here, right? I started to put subtitles above. I make it a little bit bigger and I put it on there. So this is something I learned to do thanks to Jeremiah. So this was something I learned to do as well. Then from this one, I also learned when it comes to putting audio, right? Audio need to be very careful, because if you have copyrighted material in the audio, okay, you can get destroyed. Your video gets blocked out, you get copyright strike, you get a whole bunch of different problems. So I needed to find video or audio that I could use. Okay, not just copyright, but I got to pay for it. So I found music that I could use. And I think the music that I use over here, if I'm not wrong, okay, is something called the public domain. So if anybody wants to get music and put it into your audio, into your video, just call it public domain. Okay, public domain stuff. You should be safe. You should be very safe. You should not be getting copyright attack. Shouldn't. I'm guessing. And then afterwards, when I'm done with this video, of course I did the George Floyd fundraiser video. So this one I put it on there. Frankly speaking, when I did this video, I didn't know what to say, because I just woke up in the morning and I felt uncomfortable seeing what happened to George Floyd. I felt very uncomfortable knowing that he died. I felt very, very uncomfortable knowing that happened. And I decided to create this fundraiser. So that's what I did. And for that week, honestly, really speaking, for that week itself, right, every morning when I woke up, I was like, I doubted myself. Again, I self-doubted. Every morning when I woke up, I was questioning, who are you, Asher, to be doing something like this? You're all the way in Singapore. Who the heck are you supposed to care? You know, who bothers? Singapore already has so much problems already, and why the heck do you want to care about someone else that's all over and in the other side of the world? Nothing to do with you. So, but I did it anyway because I didn't want to follow my brain. I just decided to follow my heart, really. So, because otherwise my heart just wouldn't let me sleep. It didn't let me sleep, so I decided to do that, and that was how this fundraiser came along. I'm glad to say there are some people who donated, but I know there's still a long way to go. Okay, and then afterwards, this was my follow-up when I did this video. Now, when I did this video, so I was again thankful again for the people who donated. So these were the people who donated. I appreciate everyone who actually gave in the money as well. And when I did the next video, so afterwards I went back into doing live. I went back to doing live videos and just have a chat with different people. Now, when I had this chat, this was actually connecting with Sarah. Sarah was my very first guest that I did not have a personal connection to. Earlier, I had with Colin, I had with Alan, I had with Stuart. All these people I've met for quite some time over the years. But Sarah was the first person that I've not met in my life, other than, through the video like this. So I've not met her physically offline. I've only met her through a recommendation from Jeremiah. So he made a connection. I was like, okay, let's do it together and let's chat. There were a few things that went wrong when we went live, but that was a learning process. We actually did Instagram. So we went on Instagram live. Afterwards, we went and do this at the same time. So there was some technical hiccups there, but that was a learning process as well. For me, I don't know if I'll do Instagram yet. It's a very big market that I'm missing out, but I'm going to try anyway. Then afterwards, I went to do this. Now, in this video over here, this was the first time I decided to create an intro. Okay, maybe I just pause that. Okay, so I already had some intro. Yeah, so when I made this intro here, this was using Canva. Okay, I used Canva and I used some editing tools to edit my video. So I made this video in Canva and I chopped it up. I went into editor to make things a little bit shorter, just to clean it up a little bit because it's a little bit harder to edit inside Canva. So I made this opening video. I liked it. I really enjoyed the video. I think it was made some time back, and I just kept using it because I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. Then, when I came to this point, I realized, hey, you know what? Let's make a countdown video. Now, earlier in a very long time ago, not very long, just in the very beginning of this video, I was saying it doesn't make sense to me, okay, for people to wait for 5 minutes before a whole show starts. I thought that was a waste of time. But I realized, when I wanted to do this is something, a learning process. I decided, at the very beginning when I had this live stream going on, I wanted to show something that show starting soon. So it's like, okay, we're going to get ready. Let's get the show rolling. And when I created this, it was on the day itself, both the opening, the Aspiring Everything opening, and this countdown video were both completed on the day itself before the show went live. And I didn't sleep. For both times, I didn't sleep. Because I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to create it. And I really enjoyed the whole process. It was fun. Then, hey guys, for the people who are still watching, I don't know why you're still sticking around. It's just me rambling. Please feel free to leave a comment so I know you're around. I'm just talking again. I'm just sharing, but I would love to hear your comments. I would love to see that you're also with me together. Again, any point in time, if you have any question, right, just ask, because it's just me. I'm just chatting with you, or just me and chatting with the camera. I'm just talking. I'm just sharing. Okay, so just let me know if you're online. Okay, just let me know you're online. And then afterwards, yeah. So from here I come back. So this was when I had a chat with Val. This was the first video that I actually bring him on. and I had a countdown video, and then I started to have a description of what I'm going to talk about. I think from after I decided to have an introduction, then I go into then I play my opening video. So that was my flow that I did. And afterwards, I went to the topic prior. So I decided, at the very beginning, I wanted to make it like those videos that you watch on YouTube, where they have a very good introduction about what the video is about. They have a very short intro clip, and they have the whole thing. So the stuff I'm doing is very long form, very, very long. It's an hour long, very long. So I wanted to make the whole thing more entertaining by adding all these clips, but the energy has to come from me. I wanted to make the whole show entertaining, with me asking questions, with me engaging. But my challenge is that sometimes when I ask questions, I don't know how to ask the questions properly. In fact, my very first few questions when I was asking, I was all over the place. I'm still working on it. So yeah. Then afterwards, okay, this video was the next video that I made. Okay, this was talking, when we saw about the whole artists were not essential that came out in the newspapers. This video was a pain to edit. It was a huge pain because when I did this, when I recorded the whole thing, when I record the whole thing, the audio and the video just will not sync, no matter how I did it. Okay, I think it's the software that I was using as well. It just will not sync. So when I was editing it, okay, I did a video, the audio goes off, and I need to change the audio. So it took me like a whole night, okay, just to edit this entire thing. It was a pain, but I did it anyway. So a lot of the audio is actually not in sync. Audio video is not in sync. So yeah, this was something I did, was pain to create, but I decided I want to do it anyway. And had some people that kind of talked about it. I was okay. Of course, I wasn't able to completely say what I want to say because the when I was recording this, something I learned is that I was trying to read off a text document. That means I wrote everything out and I was trying to say verbatim. I was trying to say exactly as it is. But I realized that afterwards, I realized, I shouldn't be doing that because I should have written out just a point form and just talk about those points because that was what I learned before, but I forgot about it in this video. Yeah, this is something, it's a learning thing for me as well. And then, let's see, where am I? Yeah, so this is another video. So from here onwards, all the videos that I did has been following the same flow, where at the beginning video, the countdown, I talk a little bit about what the video is, then I went into live, and I just carry on, most of them for about 1 hour. Now, 1 hour, something I'm going to learn is that I'm going to try to have lesser time. I'm going to spend lesser time on it to make my videos. And the other thing I've learned is that I want to make sure that I have a proper schedule because of all these things that I've done so far, right? I have no schedule. Now, I've watched quite a lot of stuff. They say must have a schedule, need to have a schedule, need to have a schedule. But the problem that I didn't have a schedule was, first of all, I couldn't confirm the time. That's one. The other thing that I really couldn't do properly the reason is because I was still testing a lot of different stuff. So I couldn't actually lock down times. And the thing when I started to lock down time, I'm so thankful for my friend Suri, okay, over here. Right. So when I did this video together with her, you know what's the scary thing? When I did this, right, I had 0 viewers, 0 for the whole time. Like one came in after the left, one came in and left. So as the guest cannot see, but as the host, I can see. So I was like, heck, I'm just gonna carry on anyway. So when I did this, I was wondering, okay, what am I doing wrong? Was I doing something wrong? Was nobody paying attention? And I think, yeah, I wasn't getting attention. I wasn't getting people's attention. I wasn't doing something right, but I wasn't doing something very wrong. What the heck do I mean by that? When I put my content on my on the Facebook itself, when I do live, I cannot grow my channel on live. I need to grow the channel. Something I really need to do, but I haven't got down to do it, is taking all the videos I've done so far and chop them into smaller pieces. Oh my gosh, there's so much good stuff, but I haven't taken the time to edit them. Hey guys, so thanks for coming in to watch. I think there's a few of you watching. Please drop a comment so I know that you're live. Just feel free to join me in the conversation. It's just me talking. Just keep doing this. It's something I need to get used to. It's something I am learning to do as well. Yeah. So something I need to really do is take all these videos I've got and chop them up. into smaller bite-sized pieces and send it out, because all what I've done so far is all long form content, very, very long form. 1 hour, okay, it's super long. The last one I did yesterday was 1.5 hours. Freaking long, very, very long videos, okay? So all these videos that I've done is something, while it's engaging, it's fun, I cannot grow the channel from this. And something I've admitted, and I'm very okay. So I'm learning from that. The next thing I'm going to do is I actually need to take all this video I have and start to chop them up, okay, cut them up. Okay, I was thinking of bringing my scissors, yeah. Okay, or I need to take all this content, I need to start to cut them into smaller pieces. Okay, that's what I want to do. But I haven't gotten the time to do it. So it's something I need to improve on. Then here, this video, okay, was my first video that I did yesterday, okay, about when I invited 3 other people. So it was me plus three other people, total of 4 people coming onto the show. And I was moving things around. It's the first time for me doing. I have never done 4 people before. It's a new experience for me as well. When I did this, I was of course anxious because just before the show itself, one of my guests didn't come in earlier, so I was like, okay, I need to go live anyway. So when I started, I saw that she came on. Not she, he or she. I won't say who. She, there's only one. He, there's 2. The guest came on. It's a slip of the tongue. Anyway, so the guest came on. I was like, I'm just gonna proceed anyway, and I managed to bring the guest on at the same time. So things do go wrong. When I went on live on the show itself, Kate couldn't hear the guest, Mars, so decided she had to go offline and come back online. And then I had to suddenly think of something to ask. So I just, okay, why don't you ask? Why I come up with a very simple question, the definition of racism, and I just asked them to do it. And then they just talked, and she came in, and we resumed. Now, what I learned about this show, what I learned during this show was that when I was using clips, okay, I was using the clips from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. While I was playing the clip, I got a message that, your video may be blocked. Immediately while I was doing it, I was like, wow, what's happening? During live, when I'm doing it live, a guest didn't see it, I saw it. So I was like, oh, what's happening? So while they were talking, I quickly looked at the tab and realized, okay, I got copyright thingy. I got copyright strike over. I have no idea what's going on. It's my first time. So I was like, okay, I thought they were referring to the music that I was using. Honestly, I thought it was referring to the music. So I say I'm using the audio clips. All this is from Canva. But then afterwards, after the whole show was over, I went to relook at the message. They are referring to what I'm using in terms of the Brooklyn Nine-Nine clips. So I'm like, oh, okay. But this was called fair use. Okay, I wasn't using all these videos for personal benefit, so to speak. It was fair use in the sense that I'm using the clip so we can get people to talk about it. Hey guys, there's like a few more people that have to join. Welcome. I'm just talking again. So if you're just watching, feel free to drop a comment so that I know that you're online. You can watch. We can just have a conversation as well. If you have something to ask, please feel free to ask. And I'm just going to chat. I'm going to talk about it. I'm just going to ramble because what I'm doing now is actually a live vlog. Something I'm doing. I'm learning, and I'm just sharing what I've experienced, what I've done so far. Okay. So for this particular video, this particular live, what happened was that, of course, there were some technical hiccups that happened. I proceeded on anyway and went on anyway. Then I got hit by the what do you call it? Copyright claims or disputes or something like that. Okay, I cannot remember the term. I'm so bad with this type of stuff. And then I had to go fix it. I don't know whether it went live or not. When it still went live, I believe it still went live. But I was concerned that nobody was going to come and watch. And it was okay because now I am kind of getting used to having 0 viewers. Okay, when I first started, right, I had some viewers. I got 10, 15 because there was some novelty. But as time went on, there were people, the viewership started to drop and drop. Of course, when I was doing the live, I felt hit, my confidence got hit. Okay, so when my confidence got hit itself, I was thinking, wow, what am I doing? Am I doing something wrong? Is all this just a waste of time? I remember again back to what I was trying to do was that I haven't done something which is a crucial part, which is to cut all the content into smaller pieces and send it out. That's something that I need to do. So that's why I convinced myself, okay, it's okay. Even if no one's watching, I still want to do this. Because first of all, I enjoy it. I really do. I'm having a lot of fun. It's quite stressful, but it's a lot of fun. I identify more as an introvert, but I enjoy what I'm doing. I really do. I like to bring all these guests in have a conversation with them, chat with them, find out what they think, and then we just have. I just try to draw out the information from them. This something a learning process for me as well. Yeah. Then afterwards, okay, so this is my whole learning process. And then this whole thing, it was a surprise to me just before I did this, right? Was that it's a 3-month process. I started on March 31st. That's my very, very first video. Very, very first video. And now I'm coming to June plus, like June 24th. Next week will be the 3rd month, so like a 3-month anniversary. I was like, wow, time passed by so quickly. So the amount of videos I've done so far, okay, I've done, okay, not a lot of videos, but I've done quite a few live. And it kept me busy. Have I made money from this directly from these live streams? No. But were there people who asked me about stuff so that I can do live for them? I can be a host. I can do. Yes, there were many offers. There were not say many. There were some offers who came and asked me, "Can I be a host? Can you teach me, etc." So there were a few. I decided not to take some of them because I wanted to build something. Because I was also building on my own product. I was like creating something new. So there's a lot of things that I have in my brain that I haven't actually got to actually putting down. So this video I'm doing now is a live vlog for my personal reference. It's not going on to onto the Aspiring Everythinger because that's a brand I'm creating. I'm creating a new brand for that. It's called Aspiring Everythinger. And something I shared on Twitter, I couldn't. This is something I couldn't have planned this anyway. I couldn't have planned this. Is that I wanted to think of a way to call a shorter way to call Aspiring Everythinger because Aspiring Everythinger is such a long word to say. Aspiring Everythinger is such a mouthful. So I was like going to research how. Let me take the words A, which represents aspiring, and E, Everythinger, and combine them. So it's the AE. So like you use the AE. Okay. So now so I did research. How do you say this AE? I was so surprised that this AE was actually pronounced as Ash. Okay, it's the capital A and a capital E kind of combined together. It's pronounced as Ash. I did not expect that because I was thinking, let's call the people who are watching AEers. But I was like, okay, let's get the term. So that means the people who are watching, I got to call them Ashers. I'm Asher. This was not planned at all. I'm Asher. And the people who are watching are going to be called Ashers. This was something unplanned, completely unplanned. And I haven't found the courage to call people who are watching my show, hey, Ashers, welcome. I was like, it doesn't make sense to call people who are watching my show as Ashers. So this was something very interesting for me to note. I think it's kind of like, kind of like the whole, I don't know what you call it, the whole universe thing working around. Yeah, so, yes. So I don't know, there's like 7 of you guys are watching. Again, I'm repeating this. I'm just talking. Hey, just feel free to say hi, drop a comment so that I know you're online together with me. This is actually very, very long. I rambled on for, this is like 3 months worth of experience that I'm going to squeeze down into less than an hour. I did not expect to do this to go for an hour. I was just thinking of to finish this in about 15-20 minutes. But my problem is I tend to ramble. I need to learn to shut up. I need to learn to talk in more concise ways. Asher, Ao, Jia Wei, stop talking so long. Start to concise your words. Something I need to learn. Yeah, so what I've done now is that my room has changed. So if you watch the very first videos and all the other videos, my room are just slowly evolving, slowly changing. It's not there yet. I'm just using. Now I'm using a different webcam. Most of my videos I actually learned is I didn't use the webcam. I actually used my phone. My phone is the one that I'm using to use the video camera. And I found a way to link up my phone together as a camera because I know the camera on my phone is definitely a whole lot stronger than the camera on the webcam. That's for sure. So I didn't want to spend too much on a new webcam, and I was looking at the pricing for all the cameras. Like, wow, so expensive. I'm not going to pay that for those cameras. And I did more research, and I found that it's actually a whole lot cheaper. And then what I did was that I actually had my old phone, very, very old phone. This was my very old phone. So I decided, okay, let's make this phone my camera, and I did. So a few of the videos I did was actually using my old phone as a camera. Then, so this was something I've learned. I used this phone as a camera. The quality was much clearer. Something I also learned was that when I'm doing this, I need to make sure that the autofocus is off, because autofocus, it's like, for example, when I move one side, when I move the other side, like this kind of stuff, right? The camera zooms in out, zooms in and out, zooms in and out. Okay, so it's quite distracting for me, and I believe it'll be quite distracting for the audience. So I decided, something I learned is just to tap on the screen. When I just tap on the screen, it just causes one place to focus, and then the autofocus thing starts to turn off. So that's something I learned as well. And then afterwards, audio levels and kind of stuff. So for me, my mic itself, I'm using a Yeti mic. Okay, I don't want to. Maybe I can just bring out. I don't want to raise the sound, so this is my mic. Okay, so this is my mic, the mic that I'm using. I decided to get a sponge on it to protect the mic, and yeah. So these are the stuff I've learned. I bought this mic 4 years ago, 3 to 4 years ago. I didn't use it for a good three years. It was only this year, thanks COVID, that got me started, that I actually use the mic a bit more. I use it a lot more frequently these days. So that's what I've been doing. So, okay, this video has gone on long enough. It's like 46 minutes in. I just want to thank the folks who managed to join in. It's not ending yet. I'm not ending yet. I really should learn how to make things a bit shorter so that people can kind of tune in and watch while I'm still around. Yeah, so basically that's my experience that I've learned. It's quite cathartic that I spent 3 months doing this. Will it grow? I hope so. I really hope that the thing will grow. And I learned one thing is I need to clap for myself. Okay, I need to cheer for myself, because even though there is nobody watching, even though there are many times where the stream, when number of viewers went to 0, I'm okay, because I need to cheer for myself. I keep the show going on. Something I learned, I will just keep going, even if there's nobody watching. Because if at least the main thing I must keep going on is actually for my guests. My guests as a host, I need to make sure I need to carry on the show so that they can give their best. Because I'm the one that's panicking, but I cannot let the person know that I'm panicking. Okay, because if I'm panicking, the other person will panic, and we both panic. Yeah, so that's what I've learned for this whole 3 months that I'm squeezing down into this video. I wanted to write it out, but I decided, you know what? Let's just do another video because I can. Can I write it? Yes, I can. I probably will. So yes, that's what I've learned. I probably will just write out a whole summary of what I experienced, and for anybody who's interested to watch it. So yeah, that's it for my video for this particular what I've learned for the past few months. Thanks for watching in. Thanks for tuning in. There's still a lot of things that I can do to improve, I'm very sure. And further down the road, there are some people who ask me, will I want to keep doing this as a profession? Will I be a YouTuber? Will I be I don't know. I really don't know. It's just something that I find a lot of fun of doing right now. And it would be best if I have an audience, because I can feed off that energy. Even though I don't interact personally, I can get that interaction with people. I like it. I really like the interaction. But if there's none, I'm still going to persist on anyway. That's for sure. I'm quite convinced that's what I'm going to do. I'm stubborn that way in many ways. And if it doesn't work, I keep going. Not necessarily a good thing, I guess, because when things aren't doing well, you should kind of cut loss. But when it comes to starting something new, I'm sure that even though there's nobody watching, this helps me to grow. This helps me to improve. This helps me to become better. And further down the road, I will look back at these videos. And you know what? I'm just going to kind of review people. I'm just going to look at my videos and say, this is what has happened. And I'm just being truthful. I'm just being real. I'm just representing who I am to the world, just showing and doing the best I can with what I have. Not representing something that I am not. Yeah. So I have no idea how the how the audio levels of this will happen. I will only know after when I watch the video. Then I know whether the music has been very, very distracting. Perhaps it was. I really don't know until I watch it. For my end, I actually turned the audio down. So if let's say the audio is too loud, well, what's done is done. So Mistakes do happen, so I gotta take note. So at the end, the note for myself, Asher Owl, when you do the video, turn down the music. So maybe I just put it down to the whole time before this whole thing was at 40%. So now I'm bringing it down to 20%. I don't know. Because 100% is gonna be super loud. Okay. So yes, I'm gonna put it at 20% right now. Yeah, that's it. Close to 1 hour of me just rambling on, of just me of sharing whatever I want to say. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Bye bye.